everybody, it's Christian from Triple C Management Games. So today's my last night here in Japan, and I went out to divulge in some of the snacks and foods and things that I really enjoyed eating while I was here for the last 2 years. So today for lunch, I have one of my favorite things in this area, Nepalian curry, or a similar style to what you'd have for like an Indian-based curry. But for dinner tonight, instead of going out to dinner to a restaurant that I've kind of partaken in the last few weeks and the last couple days, I decided to go to one of my favorite places here in Japan, 7-Eleven. That's right, I said it, 7-Eleven. You would never guess, being from the United States most likely, that 7-Eleven here in Japan is like the best place to go, okay? But in the States, nah, it's trashy. You might get your gun, might get held up at gunpoint, you know what I mean? Like, come on, right? Might be throwing up for the next 2 weeks, you eat something from there. But instead, I grabbed a couple snacks. It didn't go all crazy. I had to use the rest of the yen I had in my pocket before I leave out tomorrow. But this is one of the first things I eat. So when it came out here, 7-Eleven has these things. They pack them like this here. You can see, nice little bag. It's actually a meat pie. Tastes really, really damn good. So inside here, you'll see this here is a standard meat pie, okay? Or a pork bun, I guess you want to call them, right? So these are massive delicacy here in Japan, and they actually have two sizes. This is the large size here. It's about, I don't know, like $1.60 maybe, $1.50 for this thing here. And it has a little paper on the bottom, and you just peel it off like this here. You don't want to eat them when they're cold. They suck when they're cold, right? Nice, piping hot. And so it's like a rice dough almost here. You can kind of see, very spongy, very light. But when you bite into this thing, oh, it's so good. Let's take a look. Oh, get a little crown there on the front, you know? Who knows? They're perfect. Exactly what you need to have, okay? So inside here you can see the pork portion inside here, the bun right there, really good. Maybe you can't see it on there, you can see the steam coming off, right? That's how you know it's a good one. So, this is one of the first things I'm having tonight for dinner. I have a few more things, so let's see what else we got. Now, I do apologize because of the loud sound here. There's this frigid air dehumidifier thing in my room. Like you see, got this weird thing back here, it's just down here. So it might have this weird sound, but anyways, a couple other foods that I like to eat, or that I really enjoyed while I was here, was actually a couple of these 7-Eleven quick meal ideas, right? So one is actually 7-Eleven deli cup. Inside this one here, it's octopus, broccoli, and basil salad. Very good, by the way. My mom came, she was like, gross, because she doesn't like care for the octopus stuff, right? I mean, it's essentially, it's like, cooked, not cooked, I guess you want to say. Then in this one here, it's a salad, it's a seafood salad, okay? And this one here, you've got your crab, your egg, half an egg, broccoli, soy sauce, and onion dressing. And it comes with its own nice little thing as well. And then I washed it all down here with a nice chu-hai, right? So out in town, you can go get these for about 500 to 700 yen based on the size you want to do. And I just picked one up for 200 yen essentially at the store. 7% alcohol, so I might as well do it. It's my last day here. Might as well partake a little bit of the actual Japanese booze, okay? So anyways, when you pop open this little cup here, we'll open this one out first. So everything I'm showing you today totaled about 3,100 yen. So just about $22. So it's actually a pretty solid deal. And of course, you get chopsticks. So when you go to the store, sometimes they'll give you like the fork, depending on what items you're getting. I tend to usually just stick with the chopsticks because, well, why not? We're in Japan, right? So give you this little set of chopstick here. Bust them open, right? And then you take a look. So in this cup here, you want to make sure you mix it together because there is that pesto style sauce in the bottom here. If you don't, then it kind of all sticks in there as well. What I like about this one here is not only does it have the octopus, but it has a lot of good healthy vegetables in here. Everything is essentially cold, so I prefer that. There is, like I said, there's like potatoes. So you got the piece of broccoli right here with a little pesto sauce on it. So good. And you get the octopus right there. Actually, you can get one, like some good tentacles on it, maybe. Sometimes you get the ones where they have like the tentacles. You can see it. So I'm gonna get a close up here. See it right there? Oh yeah, you can see where the tentacles are at. This is pretty good, by the way. So the octopus is a little chewy, but highly recommend it. Very, very good. Okay, so if you're a fan of kind of seafood things, this costs. So by the way, the price is on the cover, and it tells you with tax. So the price is 278 yen, so just under $2. And with yen, with the tax, it's 300 yen. So essentially, it is $2 for this thing here, right? And so you get all this stuff here for $2. Here, eat it pretty good. You do feel pretty full afterwards. Not only the broccoli in here, there's some potatoes in here, and a little soybean. Good stuff. So, for the next item, I'll eat that here in a second. We'll pull open this here. Everything comes packaged, sealed, vacuumed as well. And so for this salad here, you may think, maybe deceiving, oh, that's not very large. I mean, we really don't need the portion size that we're having in the United States, honestly. Half the time, it's like 6,000 calories, essentially, just with the dressing alone. So we really don't need that stuff. But anyways, so this one here says total of 10.7 grams. It's 107 calories per 9.7 grams. So you're looking here about, I don't know, like 120 calories. Not that bad, right, for the salad. So the price was 475 yen. So 150 is about $1. So you're looking about $3 for the salad. So we'll pull this open here. You'll see, got a little salad portion here, a little plate. So essentially, all the vegetables and stuff here, or your main meat stuff's up here, and then you have your lettuce down here. And inside, you've got the dressing mixture here. So make sure you mix it up, because it has like a soy base to it. So you want to mix it up, make sure it look good right there. And I just go ahead and I just dump it in like that. Now, because I already have my chopsticks out, it's super easy here. Just scoop it inside here. Boom. Enough said, right? And then I will take the dressing, and this dressing is actually really good. It's one of my favorite. They have different salads here. They've got some that are just chicken. They've got some that are just egg, essentially. They've got some that have like an Italian sauce. Not Italian sauces. They have Italian sauces. No, they have like a prosciutto, salami, that kind of stuff in here as well, and some with ham or like a bacon, essentially. And so it's pretty good. So highly recommend it. If you do come to Japan and visit, people are going to tell you, oh man, have the egg salad sandwich. I do recommend the egg salad sandwich too, but for this one here, I chose not to get the egg salad sandwich today. So it's all good. The seasoning, the salsa, the dressing is so good. And you really don't need that much. That small little bag is nothing big. Then I mix it all up with my chopsticks, of course. And like I said, they did give me a fork. I believe the fork is used for this meal here, but I do have some pasta also. It's like a basil style pasta. I'll show you here in a second. But I just mix it all together. And sometimes you'll get a full egg. And this one here, because you get the seafood, you only get the half egg. So you can see right there, half the egg. I usually say the egg for last. Kind of go in here, eat my salad stuff here first. But you get your crab essentially right there. It's good stuff. And your lettuce. That's right. And it's on point too. So not too shabby. So you got your pork bun, your seafood cup, seafood salad, and your booze. I got pasta coming up too, and I got some desserts. So stay tuned. So now for the part of the video that I'm going to go over, it's this nice little pasta salad here we got. So this is really great. During this time of year specifically, they sell this basil dressing pasta salad that's absolutely amazing, right? This is only 365 yen, so just over like $2, $2.20. You can see it's a pretty good sized portion here. And inside of it, we'll take a look. So you pop open the little thing here you got. I just like to stick it on the outside of the container there. And so I will, oh, there's another sticky here. They definitely don't want you to pop this open accidentally, do they? All right, so I tend to like keep the lid on it just like this here, just so I can just pop back over. But inside here, you'll see you got your tomato, you got your prosciutto here, you got your dressing here, and then inside you have your, there's actually lettuce inside here with some cheese and the pasta. Now the pasta is a green basil style pasta. Let's check this up a little bit here. And it's really good. Like I said, this specific pasta salad is one of my favorites here, and it's actually only sold during this springtime. And so once it gets to the hot summertime, they'll have a different style. So they tend to have seasonal style food located there. One of the desserts you're gonna see here later is a seasonal dessert. And man, oh man, it's just so good. Oh, that basil dressing, I'm taking it off actually. That basil dressing is phenomenal. Oh man. So, like I said, if you haven't been to Japan before, checked out some of the convenient stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, the food in general is really good here in Japan, especially if you have no problem with like onions and spices and seafood, that kind of stuff, right? If you don't really like those things, I hope you can speak Japanese, because they don't just accommodate you as the American. So one thing I think is interesting about the American way of life, right, is you can sit back and say, oh, I request to not have onions, or please no olives, or no whatever, right? Here, it's not quite that way. The idea is that you get what they serve you, right? So, I mean, don't order if you don't want it, essentially. And so they have plenty of options on the menu for you, but when it comes to like pasta and those types of things, it's what it is, okay? So it's very important that you understand what you do and you don't like when you're here. Now, everything's very affordable. Like I said, it's about 150 yen per dollar, so it's a pretty good deal here. So when you exchange your money for US to yen, you actually gain value, but you lose value when you go back to the US dollar. So it's highly recommended that if you do go ahead and exchange your cash, make sure you use as much yen as possible. Going back, you're gonna lose money, especially because the best time, in my opinion, to buy yen is usually first thing in the morning or around 1400, after 1400, because that's where like the best yen rate usually happens. So to pull your money out. So inside here, so I'll mix this all up. I like this because it has lettuce inside of it. It has like a little salad base in here. It does have some, like I said, it does have some cheese inside of it too, but nothing too crazy. And you see here, it's not a huge portion like we tend to get in America. Nobody wants, I mean, nobody really needs this massive portion that costs $25, and you're forced to eat the whole thing because you're worried, hey, I spent $25 this meal, let's do this. But in reality, you only really need about half that portion, you know? So just something about when you come to Japan. Don't be surprised if the portions of some food are significantly smaller than what we as Americans may be used to. That's took a little get used to, but I tell you right now, once you get used to what it is and what you like, man, you know what to get, especially ramen. They never shy on ramen. It's always this big ass bowl of ramen, and I love my spicy ramen with some heat, okay? So inside here, you'll see it has these pesto based noodles, and it has a tomato. So if you like tomato, great. If you don't, let's take a look and see how we do. That's killer. Or as the new generation says, that's fire, right? My 9-year-old tells me, hey dad, if you ain't saying fire, you're old. Then I proceed to beat him in PT stuff, push-ups, sit-ups, so on and so on. And then he realizes that dad may be old, but I can still be better than him. Anyways, there's good stuff. So I highly recommend you checking out their various pasta salads, their various vegetable plates here. With the pork bun earlier, they also have like a pizza bun that you can get. Oh, it's so good too. It's like an orange, it's like an orange style bun on the outside, bread based, versus the white one you saw. Pretty good. But this stuff here, I mean, I tell you, I was eating this stuff regularly. Man, I was getting fat because I was eating so much of this stuff, right? I had to cut back a little bit because it was so damn good. But if you eat this in moderation, this stuff's so good for you. This is really all you need for lunch. Just this one bowl here, and that's really it. And like I said, it has this nice little piece here of prosciutto inside of it right there, which is pretty cool. So you do get an option. And like I said, there are some where it comes with pork, some come with chicken, and some that doesn't have anything in it. So it really depends on what you want. So my recommendation is to check it out when you get here. So add this along with like an egg salad sandwich or something. Oh, money all day. So take this, take your Q high. Couldn't ask for a better, cheap, healthy, great tasting meal. Now, on to some of my favorite desserts from the area. So now that I finished my pasta, which you've all checked it out, right? We're going on to some of my desserts. Now, when it comes to some of the desserts, I actually did purchase a couple that are going to be traveling with me tomorrow. So they're like gummy bears, cookies, and so on and so on. And I'll bring them up here in a second to kind of show you what I'm actually bringing back with me to kind of munch on as I travel at. But to be fair, my travel was going to be about 30 hours. So I'll be taking off around 8 o'clock in the morning, Japan Standard Time. And currently I'm 13 hours ahead of my East Coast Standard Time where I'm going back to Virginia. So between flying from here and to my couple other layers I have going back to the States, the whole transit ends up being about 30 hours, which is crazy to think that when it comes to the time differences. So I got to have a little munchies, and I'm bringing some of my Japanese favorites along with me to share with the ride, right? So anyways, the first one I'll go over here today is this is like essentially a cream puff, okay? This is a cream puff with mint cream. And I tell you, I didn't know about this mint cream until recently, but man, was it fantastic. Throughout the year, you'll have a cream puff. It'll have like a mango inside of it, a banana. It'll have like a whipped cream. Man, these things are fantastic. So for 216 yen, this is what you'll get. So you'll see here, everything has a little 7-Eleven logo on it here when you buy them. And not to mention 7-Eleven, there's other places like Family Mart, Lawson's, and a couple of places out here, but I just happen to live next to 7-Eleven, and I preferred the items they had there. But it's all your choice, obviously. When you're traveling, maybe your hotel you're staying at, or you're just walking through the streets, and you say, oh, let me stop by the convenience store, let's check it out. Most of the stores have items that are similar. Just be mindful. This here is called the 7 Sweets, okay? So we'll bust this open here, and this thing, oh my gosh, it smells so good, right? So it's like a chocolate cream puff, and essentially they have poked a hole inside of it here, and they puffed it full of all this cream thing. Pretty awesome, right? Oh, look at that! I got my 83rd subscriber. What? Sweet deal. Awesome. Hopefully we get to 100 by the end of the summer. That's the goal. We'll take a look. So anyways, it's like a chocolate-based cream puff here, but inside is where the goodness comes in. And I had this bite the other day, and I tell you right now, it was like having mint ice cream. I couldn't believe how good it was. Take a look. Oh yeah. So you see in there, puff it up. It looks like let's see, like a mint chocolate chip. And oh man, this shit is good. You definitely gotta try some of these things. I tell you. Again, if I eat this stuff from the American 7-Eleven, I'd probably go throw up 5 minutes later. But this stuff here in Japan, there are people that I've known that were stationed here, and their entire year, all they did was eat off of 7-Eleven. Because you can get rid of groceries there. You can buy like carrots and apples and bananas and stuff like basic stuff you can buy there too. But this stuff is so convenient, and it's a convenience store, that you can literally go there and get your breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day and still make out like a bandit when it comes to money because the exchange rate's so good. And it's really healthy. Something like this in the States would be like weighing you down big time. But this stuff is amazing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Check it out, okay? stand by for the next dessert coming up in a second. So prior to going to the last dessert I have, I'm going to show you a couple of items that I have for my travel tomorrow. So take a look at this. So there's a couple here. This is what you call Japan pancakes. So it is, again, 7-Eleven logo here, you'll see. These are so good that you'll probably gain 15 pounds just eating these bad boys every day, right? I don't recommend it, but they're amazing. So essentially what they are, they're essentially mini pancakes inside with butter and syrup smack dab between them. So it's 4 pancakes. You see 1, 2, 3, and 4 there. But between these 2 pancakes, they set to 2, set 2, like a sandwich. Inside of it is your margarine or your butter and your syrup. And boy, oh boy, take this bag here, you put it in the microwave, 15 seconds, boom. Any longer than that, it's really hot and it ends up leaking everywhere, so you can't have it. But this is the best, like, on-the-go pancake you can have. When my kids were here, my gosh, Eli wanted to eat these things like it was nobody's business. They're not obviously like my Marissa's homemade pancakes, because she makes fantastic pancakes. But I'm gonna tell you right now, when you want a snack and you want it on the go, check out these pancakes. I also picked up some chocolate-covered pretzels. I actually went to go get some chocolate-covered banana chips, and oh my God, they're so good. But they were actually sold out, so I'm a little bummed about it. So pick these up for the ride, and you can see they're just different. The ingredients are vastly different on the back. You can see here, if I scan these and look at them, totally different stuff, right? They're kind of like a bourbon-based chocolate, so pretty good. I picked up some Haribo gummy bears, one of my favorite. But in Japan, they have these wild berry. So here they've got a different type of flavor. They've got, looks like it's like a, doesn't say on what kind it is. But I tell you, these are good stuff here. A lot of things here, they don't have like the food dye and stuff that you see in the States. So they're not using like B6 and red 7 and all these colors. They don't do that here. They use a lot of natural flavors for the stuff. It's pretty good. So this is an awesome little bag here. Can't wait to have this on my thing. And you can see it's kind of cool. Just different style. Wild berry. Then I picked up a couple of these. So these here are chocolate covered almonds. And I tell you again, these almonds are some of the best chocolate covered almonds I've had out there. These are about just under $2 for this. I think $1.50 or so. And it's a great snack, great protein base for you. And I tell you, I can't stop eating these things. Honestly, I should have bought like 1,000 of these things and sent them back to me in the States and my household good shipment. That way, I can have one every day of the year if I really wanted to. But anyways, these are awesome. Highly recommended at the store. When you go to the 7-Eleven, you'll see multiple styles. I like the one with the white box with a red label. There are others with like a black box. Some have a green box. The green box has matcha. So like the green tea aspect in it. So they do have those too. They're really big on red bean paste here, cream, like a whipped cream, and matcha. So be on the lookout for those if you get a chance to. And last but not least, prior to the big dessert, is one of my favorite sandwiches here. It's a raisin sandwich. So take a look at this here. So inside this bag here, there are 3 cookies. One cookie has a wafer on top, wafer and bottle, a nice cream in the middle, and raisins. Oh my gosh, these things are so good. I can't believe I'm missing out on these things when I come back to the States. There's just nothing like these things back in the States. And that's the shitty part about it. You know, I'm gonna leave after being here for 2 years and have my nice treats and snacks that I really like to eat, healthy, and I can just, literally, my apartment was like 100 feet from the closest convenience store. So living in the city and not having a car was pretty optimal for me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna love being back in the States and having my Gladiator back, having the truck, having the space we got out there, the pool, being able to go to the favorite places I like to go to in Virginia. But nothing's gonna be the same as having some of these tasty treats from here in Japan, right? So now what you've all been waiting for is this last little bit. So right outside the base here, there is this really nice bakery, and all they make is cinnamon rolls. That's right, you heard it, cinnamon rolls. So this is the cream of the crop, cinnamon rolls, okay? 700 yen for one large blueberry cinnamon roll, the cream cheese frosting. Now take a look at this bad boy. Let me know what you think. Oh, look at that there. So there's that Let's pull it out. Oh, look at that. Oh man, you see right there? So they have some plastic on top here, which I think is genius, so that way the cream cheese frosting doesn't actually stick to the paper. Who knew, right? When you get donuts and other things at stores in states, they don't do this stuff. They just put the box on top of the bag and it gets all mushy and shit everywhere. Nah, this is where it's at. So look how large, this is a very large, you can look at my head, pretty large size when compared to my head, right? And so what they do is they tell you to pull this off the top and heat it in the microwave and go to town, essentially, is what it comes down to. But it's a blueberry, and that's what all that dark bluish purple thing, that's blueberry. This, amazing cream cheese ice cream. These things are fantastic, right? Because they essentially bake them all day and they kind of freeze them a little bit, I guess you want to say, they're hardened. They recommend, like I said, warm it in the microwave, let this melt a little bit, and then just dive in, right? So you can't beat these items right outside base. I mean, literally, I walk 5 feet, there I'm at base, walk across the street, boom, there it is. Who doesn't like the convenience of having all your snacks and stuff conveniently located to where you live? That made my time living in Japan amazing, honestly. I couldn't beat the 2 years I lived here. Granted, I didn't have my wife and kids with me, which really did suck. Unfortunately, it was the longest I'd ever been away from my wife and kids, and you know, part of me was really sad about that. But having the convenience of living inside a city and the places that I really found really enjoyable for me made my time being unaccompanied much more enjoyable for me. And it wasn't just the things that I had here. When I traveled all over Japan, there were plenty of places like this here. There's a place down in the Nagasaki Sasebo region, amazing steak down there. There's a place up in the northern part of Japan called Thunder Ramen, fantastic ramen, the best I've had in here. That spicy ramen just kicks your ass. It's amazing. I tell you, no matter what you say, no matter what anyone tells you, the food here in Japan is phenomenal. The people are super nice, and the sights are great to see. Anytime you want to travel here, I highly recommend it. Living here is pretty awesome as well. It's so great that some of my best friends that I've known for 20 years essentially, or well, 19 years now, actually moved back to Japan, and they're no longer in the military because they love it so much here. And they just, it's what it is. So the friendly people, the sights, the ease, the cheapness of it, right? The easy go living, what's there not to like about Japan? And I wish I had been here 10 years earlier. I really have. But unfortunately, I was not. So I took the time that I was here for these 2 years to do a lot of things that I would never be able a chance to do again. So anyways, let me know what you think about my video. Do you think some of the food options are great? If you come to Japan, I highly recommend you try these out and give me your feedback on it. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know, right? I'm at 83 subscribers. I can't wait. This is awesome. I'm not here for the subscribers. I'm actually here for, just to enjoy or to enjoy what I'm doing, right? And that's it. And I can't wait to get back to get you more content for Triple C Man Game and bring in Marissa, Hunter, and Eli, and to show you the love of our, the love that we, I guess, to show you what we love about cards, comics, collectibles, Funko Pops, and games, and you name it, right? So be on the lookout for the next episode from Christian and Triple C Man Games. Christian out.